Back to module 3. Ringo, right? So Ringo is a chicken farmer. Ringo, boy, who's on refereed source? Other farmers who farm other animals. So you can't ask somebody who not rearing chickens about chickens. That's surplus to requirements. That's not smart. Then you would also want to other farmers who don't farm the other animals, and let's say newspapers. Newspapers are not very reputable because they are unrefereed sources. Fight down answers. Fight down answers would be a journal. You can fight that a journal doesn't have refereed sources, although a journal does have. You had a real fight to say that a journal doesn't have refereed sources. If it's a journal that talks about farming and agriculture, maybe. Easy answers. The next easy answer is magazine, because magazines didn't really put too much effort into finding information about the articles, so magazines will fit there too. We'll take that. And you could also fight down a journal, magazine, and you could fight down like a blog. Blogs aren't really too reputable websites, you know. I ain't going so far as to say textbook and book now. Textbooks and books have references inside of it. Once it has references, that means it's refereed. So it will be a refereed source. So books definitely wouldn't fall in this category. So you'll take farmers, which is people, aka people, and we will take newspapers because newspapers can have it. Yeah. The only others will be like wiki. Wiki, you can fight wiki, but you have easier answers. Why would you go to the harder answers when you have the easier answers? You have low-hanging fruit. Discuss the advantage of Ringo using an unrefereed source of information instead of a refereed source. The advantage? Discuss the advantage of using an unrefereed source of information. For 3 marks, discuss the advantage of using an unrefereed source. Remember here, my reactions are totally genuine. Eh? If I was sitting on the exam, I would read this question like 4 times. Discuss the advantage of Ringo using an unrefereed source of information instead of a. What good could come out of using a source that is bad? What good thing can you get from using a bad thing?
Isso é pra isso, eu já aceitei. Eu tô dentro, eu assino onde for, assino como.
Alright. Easiest answer is ease of access. Ease of access. And it's a discuss question, so now I have to break down how ease of access is a good thing. Right? I have to break it down because it's 3 marks I'm fighting for. So I get 1 mark for saying ease of access. Cool. Now I have to say, and I have to kind of give an example. So let's see. Ease of access. These sources are usually readily available because they have a high accessibility. Example, humans, or example, other people, or they are published regularly. Example, newspapers and magazines. Alright, I think that getting you 3 marks there. That getting you 3 marks. That's, yeah. Ease of access, because these sources are usually readily available and they have a high accessibility. So that's the 2nd mark there because you're showing that they're usually readily available. Saying ease of access in another way, basically. And then you give an example, because when they give a discuss question, you should give an example to show that you are able to discuss what is taking place. Let me see what the answer is. The timeliness because unreferred sources are often created in real time, allowing you to access the timeliness. Yeah, you could say timeliness and explain it also. Timeliness. Yeah. Yeah, well, you take timeliness, yeah. Timeliness and accessibility, yeah, you could get that. Timeliness. You could break down timeliness by saying you will be able to get things faster and whatnot, yeah. So whichever one you choose, you could break down timeliness into speed and implementation. Because whatever you find out, you could implement it 1 time. Yeah, so timeliness is a good one. So you could choose either one. Ease of access, I think, is the better answer. Because as I said, low-hanging fruit, that one easy to get. After you read the question and understand what they want, ease of access is a better answer. Timeliness is the 2nd best one, I think. So you could probably try that one. Sorry to interrupt your video, but this is future me talking to you while you're watching this. And if you are struggling with a certain part of your IA, or you just need somebody to check over your IA, we do personal one-on-one IA classes. So if you want your IA to get a check over, just to make sure you have all the requirements on the marks, makeITsimpleTT.com/register. Okay, cool. Back to the video. Ringo currently has 150 chickens. The Ministry of Agriculture has instructed him to adhere to. As I always tell my students, you need to learn how what farmers do. If you're doing IT and for CAPE, you always need to know two things: how banks work and how farming works, because they always asking a question about some financial institution or farming. Okay, Ringo currently has 150 chickens. The Ministry of Agriculture has instructed him to adhere to the following. So if I was in the exam, when you all did this exam, I would have just stop and stretch right now because they're doing too much. This is a people that is you know when people trying too hard, and right now this people trying too hard. So how long are here for? An hour and 8 minutes. If it's a 2.5 hour exam, no, it's a 2 hour exam. I like, alright. I have 50 minutes to do this last piece here. Let me take my time. Okay. Wait. Oh gosh, who's this person? Just put a comment in the chat there, boy. Would they want you to include the tax? You know, you make a very good point. Let's just scroll back up to that burger question before I go back there, because I think I missed out an important thing. Let me see. What did it say? Yeah, burger question, right. They said, customer only has $40 based on the prices of the items on the receipt. Describe one other combination of the order to meet the $40 limit. If you do 2 beef burgers and 2 large fizzy drinks, it'll be $40 exact. The subtotal will be $40, and then you have to consider the tax. Yeah, you're correct. Alright, we'll just put 2 beef burgers and 1 large fizzy drink. Yeah. Right, so that'll drop under the 40 and everybody will live their life normal. Cool, great. Whatever combination you have, make sure you consider tax. That is what I'm saying. But they didn't tell us the tax amount. You had to calculate that tax amount. And that's just too much maths for IT paper. They could have given binary instead. Alright, back to Ringo. Ringo has 150 chickens. The Ministry of Agriculture has instructed him to adhere to the following daily procedures in order to control the spread of the mysterious diseases. Once there are 50 or less sick chickens, administer medication to them. However, if there are 100 or more chickens, notify the Ministry of Agriculture, otherwise quarantine the sick chickens. There are flowchart to illustrate this. Alright, this one that I had. I could see this. Start, read chickens. I'll put CH for chickens. After you read the chickens, you will say if there are 50 or less chickens, if CH is less than 50, less than or equal to 50, administer medication. If the answer is yes, administer medication, which will be a process. And however, if there are 100 or more chickens, what? So no, there are not less than 150 chickens, so no medication needs to be administered. I guess we'll just come back here. Yeah, we'll just meet back up right here. However, if there are more than 100 chickens, wait. We had to read sick chickens too. Alright, so we had to read CH for chickens, and then we had to read SCH for sick chickens. So SCH, a sick chicken. If a sick chicken is less than or equal to 50, yes, administer medication. If the answer is no, then you're just checking the normal chickens now. If the chickens are more than 100, if there are 100 or more chickens greater than or equal to 100, chickens greater than or equal to 100, notify the Ministry of Agriculture. If the answer is yes, notify the Ministry of Agriculture. Rectangle causes a process. Notify Ministry of Agriculture. Right. Otherwise, quarantine the sick chickens. I think it's just one decision you gotta make, you know. You're just checking the amount of sick chickens. And obviously, if this number of sick chickens is less than or equal to 50, you administer medication. And then if the answer is no, that means the number of sick chickens is more than 50. So therefore, you don't have to do the second if. Alright, cool. Yeah, I understand why children are still confused about the flowchart. Because the way they state it, that's not cool. Yeah. Right, so you're basically checking the number of chickens. Whatever number of chickens you have doesn't matter. But to check for the number of sick chickens, you can't just read the number of chickens. So you have to first read the number of sick chickens. Right, that is all you want to get. Sick chickens alone. If the sick chickens are less than or equal to 50, administer medication. Otherwise, from the 150 chickens I have, there will be the 100. So if there are 100 or more chickens, because clearly if it's not less than or equal to 50, it's greater than or equal to 50, right? So therefore, your job now is to do a rectangle and say notify Ministry of Agriculture. Yeah, okay. I see why this was confusing. This is definitely confusing. Yeah. Otherwise, quarantine the sick chickens and notify the Ministry of Agriculture. Okay. We have to quarantine sick chickens. That's a process. Okay. Quarantine sick chickens and then notify the Ministry of Agriculture. And then stop. Nice. So you can do the one decision. Now, based on, you see how I was doing it before? I did it and I was going to put 2 decisions. There would be nothing wrong with you putting one decision, doing a yes, and then putting a next decision right after, because you'll just be writing like multiple ifs. But I think that is the answer they're looking for, which is one if statement. Check the number of sick chickens. If the answer is yes and you have plenty and you only have a little bit, all you have to do is do the medication. If the answer is no and your sick chickens exceeding the 50 number, that means you don't have 100 or more chickens. So your condition could be healthy chickens being 100 or more, or sick chickens less than or equal to 50. One of the two, and you'll get that. How much marks to give it? First 10 marks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah. 10 marks, yeah. I can see the 10 marks. Yeah. But this question is trash. Again, if I were writing this exam this morning, or at the same time that you were writing, by now, I would be like,
ladies and gentlemen, they want to kill me here tonight. I want everybody to know that they want to kill me here tonight. They do not want me out here. They do. What is this?
Yeah. So even if the sick chickens are between 51 and 99, they're not really gonna change anything. The fact is, if you don't have 50 sick chickens, that means 100 or more of your chickens are good. Yeah. When they say 100 or more chickens, they mean 100 or more healthy chickens. That is what they're trying to say. They should have put the word healthy inside here. That would have made it a whole lot easier. If you have 100 or more healthy chickens, notify the Ministry of Agriculture. Yeah. No, if you have 100 or more sick chickens, sorry. Yeah. So if you have 50 or less sick chickens, just administer medication, which will make sense. If you have 100 or more sick chickens, then you should notify the Ministry of Agriculture, quarantine sick chickens, and notify, yeah. But look, why would they say it twice? They like, if you have 100 or more chickens, notify the Ministry of Agriculture, quarantine. Just no. Look, they have otherwise. Yeah, see the otherwise. That means it have another decision to be made for real. Somebody. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
That's all I needed. That's all I needed for him to do that. And it became personal with me.
Did they mean if there are 100 or more sick chickens? That's what I want to know. Because it can't just be asking if there are 100 or more chickens. Because they clearly said that Ringo has 150 chickens. So of course he has 100 or more chickens. So I want to believe that they left out the word sick. Because it had to have an error in the question. There has to have an error in the question. I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? Right? There must be an error in the question, because you can't just say, however, if there are 100 or more chickens, because there are 150 chickens. If there are 100 or more sick chickens, then you notify the Ministry of Agriculture. Otherwise, quarantine the sick chickens and also notify the Ministry of Agriculture. But if you have 100 or more sick chickens, why would you just notify the Ministry of Agriculture? All right. Let's answer this. I'm going to get to the bottom of it based on the error that they most likely made in their statement, right? So normally, whenever there's a question about an error, I'll just kind of leave it and move on, because they can't mark here. They can't mark here if they forgot to put the word sick here. If they forgot to put the word sick here, then they had to give you marks. They definitely had to give you marks. I believe that if they missed out the word sick, this part here, they can't mark you on that. They will only mark you on the first part, which is up to here, right? So let's just pause and say, okay, there's an error in the question, for sure. However, if there are 100 or more, because based on the logic of the question, if you have 50 or less sick chickens, you do something. If you have 100 or more sick chickens, you notify the Ministry of Agriculture. Otherwise, quarantine the sick chickens, because clearly the word sick missing, right? Good. So, if you have 50 or less sick chickens, you would administer medication. That's definitely a rectangle, right? Right. Now, if the answer is no, you do have 50, less than 50 or more sick chickens. Now you have to check to see if you have 100 or more sick chickens. So if the answer is no, you have to check to see if SCH is greater than or equal to 100. Nice. If you're greater than 100, notify the Ministry of Agriculture. So we'll just say if the answer is yes, notify the ministry. And if the answer is no, otherwise, quarantine the sick chickens. Quarantine the sick chickens. And after you quarantine the sick chickens, notify the Ministry of Agriculture. We'll just put it there again. And then you stop. Right? So hear me and hear me very, very clearly. Very, very clearly. From this part down is wrong. They made an error and didn't put the word sick. Right? So the first part of the question, if there are 50 or less sick chickens, you could do that. No problem there. No issues at all. You could do that part. This part here, however, if there are 100 or more sick chickens, because there can't be 100 or more chickens, because we definitely have 100 or more chickens, because it's 150 chickens. Notify the Ministry of Agriculture. Why would you notify the Ministry of Agriculture if the chicken's okay? That wouldn't make any sense. So you have to notify them if they are sick. Otherwise, quarantine the sick chickens because they're obviously looking for the sick chickens. Okay, cool. So that's the flowchart. So as I said, they'll mark you on the first part, which is 10 marks. So they'll probably check for 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably out 4 or 5 marks. Maybe 4 marks. So once you have the first part, you're good. Once you have the first part, you're good. The second part, you'll have to assume that the word was sick. But under the examination laws, they can't make students assume anything. Nice. I am unhappy because this paper is very, bogusly worded. Very bogusly worded. Let's go. Corner store has 5 locations. Any community is about to expand to its 6th store. The current information system will need to be implemented at this new store along with upgrade for across all stores. There are 2 options. Implement the information system on new store. Once all tests are acceptable, then upgrade the other 5 stores over a period of 3 months. Upgrade all 6 stores overnight between the hours of 2 a.m. for a year. One advantage, one disadvantage. Okay. Option 1 is clearly bad. No, clearly good. Option 1 is you can see if there are any errors before you move on to other stores. Alright, next is that advantage for option 2. If you upgrade all stores at the same time, you would have use less manpower and reduce cost because you do all of them in one shot. The disadvantage of doing the first one, it'll be higher cost because of more work hours. Basically, people had to work over the course of 3 months. 3 months. And then disadvantage option 2, if there's an error, all stores will have the error. Yeah, that's straightforward answers there. I can't think about much more besides that. How much more it might have besides that, I don't know. Yeah, doing things at 2 a.m. in the morning is more resources, yeah. So a disadvantage will be like 2 a.m. in the morning, people sleepy. You'll be sleepy at 2 a.m. in the morning, yeah. It's inconvenient and that kind of stuff. Cool. Good. See the name of the diagram or chart that will be useful to manage this. For option 1, that's called a Gantt chart. You basically did that for AI because it charts the progression of tasks over a set period of time. Since the new store opens for later hours, a decision table has been prepared. If the cashier is experienced and is working at the new store, then training is in the evening. Otherwise, training is in the morning. If the cashier is in and is new cashier is new and is working at the new store, then that cashier must pair with someone who's already trained, otherwise training in the morning. Construct a decision table for the information provided above. 9 marks, and they gave 2 pages to do the table. They gave 5 lines to do the HTML and 9 minutes to do a decision table.
Emotional damage.
Guys, this is not on the syllabus, you know. Let me just, I need to make sure that I'm not wrong. Let me get the syllabus name. Let me find my syllabus, the new syllabus for 2022. Alright, that's now I'm currently looking at the syllabus. I don't think I can find it. Decision table. Scrolling to module 3. In module 3, they have, I don't see anything about decision table, but hold on. Let me make sure I am correct. I don't want to say that they don't have it on the syllabus and then I end up module 3. Alright. Including questionnaires, interviews, observations, review, investigation of printed material, ER diagrams, data flow diagrams, process models, object models, decision tables. Oh my goodness, it is on the syllabus, kids. Decision tables and trees. It does exist. It is a number 7 in Unit 1, Module 3, specific objective number 7. Discuss the tools used in different stages of the SDLC. Decision tables and trees.
Impossible.
Let me just let you know. I don't even teach this in my class. In my actual class, I've never taught a decision table. I probably mention a decision table in passing because the word is on the syllabus and we talk about it. But to actually draw a decision table or draw a decision tree, I've never taught that before. So because the objective says discuss the tools used in the different stages of the SDLC, and decision table is one of them that discuss. So you have to be able to discuss questionnaires, interviews, observation, review, ER diagrams, and whatnot. The key word is discussed in the syllabus. Could I show you all the syllabus, man? I don't think I have the I can't share this part on my screen. But yeah, the syllabus, trust me when I tell you. Hold on, let me see if I could share it. No. Sorry, I can't share it. But if you go to page 15 of the syllabus, you will see discuss the tools used in the SDLC. One of them is decision tables. Drawing a decision table, it's not on the syllabus. If I was marking, right? But as you all know, I don't mark anymore because marking is slave labor. So I don't think they could mark this question, you know. Because the syllabus clearly says we have to be able to discuss. I don't think they should mark you on being able to draw a decision table. I'll talk to my friends in CXC marking and find out what was the justification for this. Because I have some friends whose mark keep. I don't know for whatever reason they're still marking keep, and well, good for them. But yeah, I'll find out what the talk of the tongue was with this question. But if we were to draw a decision table, based on my knowledge of what a decision table looks like, is it will ask you for a scenario. You'll have the input, scenario, and then you'll have the input, and then the output. Let's Google it real quick. Decision table and software. Yeah, there's usually have the scenario, the input, and the output. Basically, the condition and the output. Okay, there are multiple ways to do it. Okay, so let's see. So we figure out all the things that I'm checking for. Scenario 1. You gotta check for experience. Yeah, I don't think they can mark this question. Right, experience, working in new store, and then the output is evening training, morning training. Saying it one more time, I don't think they can mark this question. Because it said discussing about to draw a decision table. Akasha is new and is working on the new store. Right, okay. Alright, so we have scenario 1 and scenario 2. Is the cashier experienced? Yes. Is the cashier working in a new store? Yes. So then training is in the evening training, right? Then if a cashier is new, so the cashier is new and working in a new store, then they have to pair with somebody who's experienced. Tick there. And pair with somebody who's already trained. Otherwise, training is in the morning. Well, so they have scenario 1, I'll say 1A and 1B. Scenario A, 1A and 1B, right? So the cashier is experienced and working at the new store, then training is in the morning. Otherwise, if the cashier is not experienced and not working in a new store, training is in the morning. Right. Second scenario now is 2A and then 2B. So the first one is if the cashier is new and is working in a new store, cashier is not experienced, working in a new store, then they have to pair with somebody who's already trained. So they don't get any of that. And for 2B, otherwise, training is in the morning. So if the cashier is not new, that means they're experienced, and they are not working in a new store, training is in the morning. Yeah. All right, cool. So I'm going to write very clearly, they should not mark this. For sure. They shouldn't mark this. Nowhere in the syllabus, they ask you to be able to construct a decision table. They can't do that. Because the syllabus clearly says, discuss the tools used in the different stages of SDLC. One of them is a decision table. And to be able to discuss it, all you need to be able to say is a decision table gives you a particular outcome depending on the inputs that you put in. That's all. There is no drawing of a decision table. I'm saying that. I said it big. Do I have that meme, man? I don't have a said it in big, man. Anyhow, if they ask you why the question shouldn't be marked, just tell them I read it in the syllabus.
Did I stutter?
If I was marking this year, I would be like, y'all, part C has to be taken out. And then if they ask me why, I'll be like,
You're talking over the artist. You can't ask me to deal with something. And then you don't want to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would agree that I should get the 9 marks. All right. So thanks you all. For those of you all who watch the video and whatnot, I think it should be okay. They should take out this 9 marks. If they take out this 9 marks, everything else in the paper, aside from the questions that were kind of where the flowchart stuff, it should be okay. Yeah. All right, so you're welcome, Matthew. Thanks, and all those of you who watch all the videos and stuff, download the app. Remember for Unit 2, keep the app downloaded, use the resources if you want to, check me for Unit 2 classes. You know where to find me. Because if you just realize that you like how I teach, imagine if I'm your teacher. Alright, and don't forget to tell other students about the app. Don't forget to tell other students about the resources, everything like that. I appreciate it. I love when there are sane comments in the chat. Yeah. Alright. So I'll see y'all when I see y'all somewhere around the place. Alright. Later.